He's got the whole world in his hands. He got the whole world in his hands. Hey, I'm just sitting here on my porch just looking. What am I looking at?
Tyler Perry, you got to come out. Let me tell you why. Because you're going to keep getting these accusations until you come out. Look, come out. And then you got to stop dealing with these certain type of men. I think you like fine, handsome white men. But see, the thing is with these fine, handsome white men, just like these fine, handsome white women, they been trained by their mama and daddy to get with y'all rich black men and set y'all up. Look, we know you ain't doing no unwanted touching, but what we do believe is you doing touching. Okay? So just come on out, because guess what? We still gonna love you. We still gonna watch your show. We still gonna celebrate you at your whatever event. But see, all they want to do is out you. All they want to do is out you. And then what we going to say as black people? We already knew you were gay.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Common Sense Philosophy Channel. Today's video is Tyler Perry, insecure genius touch or just misunderstood? Insecure genius touch or just misunderstood? Oh man, I know everybody's talking about these lawsuits, $240 million, 260 million, on and on, different people coming out with lawsuits, different actors saying that some inappropriate touching is happening. It's a lot of this. It's going on and on and on. So I just wanted to give my perspective on it. This is, first of all, I want to balance this out. I think we all agree that he's a genius, that he's very talented, almost God-like. God has blessed him with a talent. His work ethic is impeccable. He's excellent as far as what he's done. He's been able to buy property. He's got one of the biggest areas where they can film stuff. And that's just as a person, he's like that. Now, if you want to add in being the first black man to do this and this, all that's great too. But just as a person, as a human being, he's excellent far as certain things of dealing with his craft. But when we get into this personal stuff is where it gets a little shaky, right? It get a little touchy and this and this. And I want to say this, just to give a different perspective. You know, you cannot reach high levels of excellence and be able to have that energy like these great athletes and all these great writers and anybody you can think of that done magnificent things. It takes a lot of energy to do that. So all these people have very high sex drives, very high, whatever they may be into. It's very high. It's like in a book called Think and Grow Rich. It talks about this, that energy is very high and you have to figure out what to do with it. And that's why it's so important for every king. It was important to get a queen or whoever that understood his sex drive and that she could handle it and handle it for him. Because if not, you send him out here in the world, crazy things can happen. You know, you get the Diddy situations, you get all these different situations, not that they're actually hurting people, but they have a very high sex drive. He's doing all this stuff to help people and he's not getting nothing back. And he needed someone there for him. Hopefully he finds somebody that understands his energy and that can help him relieve that energy without getting himself in trouble, because this don't look like it's going very well. I hope the best for him. It's a very uncomfortable situation for him. And I hope his talent and all that doesn't get took down like the R. Kellys and all that, because this high level sex drive needs to be contained. It needs to be understood. And hopefully they'll get the grace and mercy they need to be able to find what they need to do. So nobody has to be a victim of them. It can work it out. That's what I'm hoping the best for him. But, hey, you know what? Thank you for coming to visit the Common Sense Philosophy Channel. Like and subscribe on your way out. And remember, always use your common sense and don't be afraid to philosophize.
Can you explain that first alleged incident?
I got into bed and then I noticed that he climbed into bed with me as well and started rubbing my leg. And I jumped up out of bed. Unless someone's been through something where they have their control over their bodies taken away, you don't really understand the kind of feelings that you get in that moment.
To get pulled into his world, that means he saw me and recognized that I was doing my thing. Because if not, he wouldn't even have put me in a situation to audition and have meetings with him for this for the roles and stuff. And it's just dope. So we had it like that. And Tyler Perry, we were in Hollywood. Damn, where were we at? But whatever. He like rented out, had the whole hotel on lockdown, and he had a whole bunch of different people that he wanted to see in the Hollywood hotel. And that's how he did the initial castings for like I said, all the hot people in LA at the moment, and he had them out there in front, and he was like, Blue, come here. And he screamed, you know what I'm saying? He like hollered, Blue, come here. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yo, TP know me like that. And he was like, look, man, I've been watching. You've been doing a lot of good stuff. And I really want to see what you can do with this. Cause that type of deal. And it kind of mess you up a little bit. I'm like, oh, but then at the same time, it's like, no, I'm not, you don't, I let him know. Okay, cool. I'm like, man, I respect all of that. And he was like, you're not nervous, are you? I'm like, I'm not afraid of you.
Right.
I respect what you got going on. Cause Tyler Perry's like 6'7", bro. He's huge. He's supposed to be a D lineman.
I didn't even know he was 6'7".
He ain't no little man, bro.
Okay.
He big.
Okay.
He big, bro. He a big guy. But that's what I'm like. I ain't scared. He like, what? I'm like, I'm not scared of you, boss. Mm-hmm. I respect you, but I want you to know that I'm coming in here to do what
One in media.
Speak on it.
They're providing livelihoods that ordinarily wouldn't exist. And not only that, it's also representing your grandmothers. My grandparents are from Union Springs, Alabama. I grew up with a Medea that coded a gun. And that was an underserved representation of people who were in that particular demographic that had to be recognized, right? So while we're trying to do this, let's also say, let's take the responsibility as production companies and say, hey, let's not look down on our own.
I hope history is much kinder to Tyler Perry than I think we've been in present day. Tyler Perry, the amount of millionaires he will have made, the man is setting the market for black people. Right?
Just knowledge of the business, exposure.
1,000%. Did he pay Cicely Tyson the highest she's ever been? He is he is playing the game in such an intentional and a strategic way. So again, superficially, easy to target and easy to criticize. But when you actually see the game he's playing, when you actually see how he's moving things for our culture and for our people.
I will promise you this. As an executive on a show, I'm grateful for this person for showing me how not to be. When you're the boss, how not to be. You don't sexually harass your employees. You don't pressure them, bully them, try to intimidate them into what you want. I am grateful for that lesson. I'm glad that God sat back, because not only was he watching to see if I was the person that he thought he had made, but he was letting me see who I am. And I'm grateful for it, because it let me know, and that gave me a lot of my bravery.
The lawsuit for $260 million. We have it right here in black and white. Let's get into it. It's 2019 when this man, Derek Dixon, is at an event for this man, Tyler Perry. And it's at Tyler Perry's mansion, this beautiful place right here. Tyler Perry sees Dixon, and he's got to have some of that Dixon.
Dixon what?
You know what. And so he says, Dixon, come here. Do you want to be an actor? Yes, I do. So Perry and him, they exchange numbers. There are 4 incidences that happened to Dixon. The first incident, Dixon is invited to come to the mansion, and they start drinking, and then it's time for bed. Dixon goes into a guest bedroom, and he gets all the way down to his undies, and he slides into the bed. The lights are off, and then the next thing he knows, he feels Perry has slid into the bed too. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing happens other than a little rub. Incident number 2. Dixon has a new job on this TV show, Oval. Perry says, come to my trailer. Perry brings out the alcohol again. Now, wouldn't you say, hey, bud, I know what's going on here. I ain't drinking with you. No. Instead, they just drink and drink. Perry pushes Dixon up against the wall, reaches down, and just starts rubbing the guillot. And Dixon is in fear. The next incident, it's on Perry's private island right here.
His own island?
He's got his own island. This guy's a billionaire. He's got plenty of money. And Perry says, Dixon, come with me. I got some alcohol.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Dixon can't help himself, but according to Dixon, he had to do it. It was quid pro quo. Otherwise, he was going to lose his job, so he's drinking. Perry just can't help himself, and he reaches for that guillot again. Squeeze, 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 rub, rub, rub. After this, they didn't talk for a little bit of time until June of 2021, the final incident. Here,
Another one?
yes, he's again invited back to the mansion. I mean, I would probably say, who's going to be there? Like, I'm not going over there. Make up some excuses as to why you can't go.
It's a pattern.
Perry wants to show him his scale. He's got some of these great weight scales. And he's, get on the scale, but you got to take off your clothes first.
Oh, yeah, you do.
You got to get down to the underwear, otherwise make it accurate. Dixon takes off his clothes. He gets up onto the scale. Good weight. Nice stock. Perry says, can I please get just a hug goodnight, Dixon? Perry can't help it. It's down to the guillot again. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Rub, rub, rub. He's frozen in fear. Perry sees and is like, I'm drunk again. Bye.
Okay. And it really comes down to what the lawsuit says was Tyler Perry promising Derek creative opportunities, such as getting a role in a show or him promising to make a show Derek created. But it would require Derek having to deal with the harassment, assault, battery, and professional retaliation from Tyler Perry. The lawsuit starts with how Derek first met Tyler Perry, which was in 2019 at an event at Tyler Perry Studio. He told Derek he would love to find him a job and change his life. He went on to say, quote, be careful hanging around me. I cause dreamers to dream big. I cause them to not only believe, but do. Then he says, you're an artist. You have to be fulfilled. Nothing else will suffice. The lawsuit says after that text exchange, Derek received an offer to play the part of a character named Dale in Tyler's TV series Ruthless.
But when it happened to me, I felt ashamed. I was scared because of the judgment and the questions that people were going to start asking. Almost like if they were going to blame me for just being there. Well, I felt all of that, guys, when a very big director, a very seriously powerful person that everybody knows, invited me over to his house to talk about roles and upcoming things that he was writing. I was telling myself, like, man, like all of my dreams are coming true right now. Like my opportunities at my front door right now. So much excitement going through my body. And then, guys, it happens. You know, my boundaries were crossed. You feel like this person feels like they got power over you because of the situation and the opportunity that presented itself in front of you. And then you and how fear can somewhat keep you quiet and keep you silent. Well, I stayed quiet for much too long. And I just want to say I'm really sorry, man, because if I would have spoken up sooner, I could have saved somebody that this probably happened to after me.
You have figured out the beat of your own drum, and that's what you dance to, and it works for you. You don't seem like you care.
I don't.
I don't know how to do it, man. I feel like I really care what white people think. I feel like a lot. I care what everybody thinks. And to be honest with you, I feel like that's almost all I care about, it seems like.
What other people think? It's really sad, man. It's a sad existence.
It's not a great life. But it seems like every time I do a project, the first thing I do after the project comes out is go to Rotten Tomatoes.
But let me just tell you about them tomatoes. I don't fuck with them.
You don't fuck with tomatoes?
I don't give a damn about a rotten or a fresh. None of that means shit to me.
That's amazing. What about critics?
I don't give a fuck.